10% over 4 days trading 9 markets. That's the latest PIQL returns with the latest signal. Let's go ahead and dive in exactly how that works. So we're going to run through all the indexes real quick, and I'm going to show you that last move that we just got signaled with the PIQL algorithm, and it's real simple. Basically, we're looking at this metric that's part of the IP that we have at PIQL, and then we're looking to buy when it's oversold or sell it when it's overbought. So that's pretty much the simple thing. As you'll see, it's just cycles. We just use cycle theories with our tools, and it's really simple. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here's the most recent move. This was 1.5% approximately. So that was a great move over the past couple days. That was the Dow Jones. Where do we think it's going next? Well, it's very high in the cycle, just like previously when it's high in the cycle, we tend to get these big moves to the downside. So we think likely that this one is going to move lower as well. Now you'll see just from the charts that it works really simple, high, low, high, low, high, low. That's really it. And we're just setting up to match the cycles up. And that's pretty simple. So on the next chart, I'm going to go ahead and show you. We'll continue. Okay, so pretty much that is it. Moving on to the S&P, you can see this was the last move that was signaled by the PIQL algorithm. This was about 1.3%. Sorry, I had all these written down, so now it's going to be coming from memory, but these are all pretty good. And, you know, where do we think it's going? Well, it's been oversold. Overbought, I mean, just like it has before, and generally after we get this, we're usually looking for some big downside move. So I think we are moving lower. So once again, that's what I think there. And as you can see, it's super simple to read these charts. You're just looking for cycle high, you're going to sell, low, you're going to buy, and just do that over time. It produces that. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Moving on. That was the S&P. This is the Nikkei. Here is that last move that the PIQL algorithm gave us. And as you can see there, this was about a 1.2% move. And yeah, what do we think it's doing? Well, just like before, when we get these high overextensions, we're usually looking for some move to the downside. We can see here, this is where, yeah, we're usually looking for some move to the downside. So we also think down here. Now, it's no surprise by looking at these charts, the rest of the world is getting very correlated. We just came off this big move forward. In fact, today was a great trading day as we went to the long side for that big push, but now it looks like time to correct. So let's get into it. Let's keep going. So that's the Nikkei down. Next one we're going to look at is HK50. This one, like we talked about, not always is tradable. This one is about flat, but you can see we did get the signal with the PIQL algorithm, and this one was about flat. Okay, after the HK, we have the FTSE. This one was great. This was about 0.8% move. And once again, we had this nice signal here. And yeah, we think same thing. Where is it going? Well, just like these other moves in the past, when they get extended like this, we are looking for a downside move, a correction. This is a mean reversion move. So we just follow this simple little tool, and yeah, it makes the trading decisions really easy, and it really just makes them for us. We just have to execute. So that's the FTSE. Next, we're going to see this next move that was made by the PIQL algorithm, and you can see this was about a 0.8% move, and that was really quite simple. And where do we think it's going? Well, just like in the past, when we get oversold like this, we generally are expecting some big moves to the downside. So we also think the same, probably further down. This is the CAC 40. This is France. And once again, I'm just going to show you that PIQL move. This was about 1% move. And yeah, I think also down. Why? Well, we're overextended. And just like in the past, when we get overextended, we're expecting these downside moves to occur. And we generally get them. Now, nothing's perfect, nothing's 100%, but considering that we use statistics and data-driven tools, you know, we have a good idea that when these events occur, we know what's really likely on the other side of it. So it's no surprise when they happen. We just follow the rules and, like, you know, collect. It's pretty easy. Yeah, that's it. So this is the DAX, and once again, oh, here's the move that produced with the PIQL algorithm. This was about 0.3 or 7, I can't remember. I think it's about in between there, about 0.5% for that move for the DAX. And once again, where do we think it's going? Well, we probably think it's going lower just because when these happen in the past, and generally when we see them, we expect the market to have these downside moves as a reaction to those being in the market. And so really we think also the DAX also down. Next, we're going to look at gold, and gold we have talked about in our last video that gold was looking pretty flat, and so nothing has changed here. It is really not decided what it wants to do, but we can go ahead and look at what the algorithm is giving us, and it's actually setting up right now for a nice trade to the long side. So this one is undecided, but I think we are looking for possible long in the future. Yeah, we'll just continue to watch. And then we're going to take a look at crypto. Same thing here. We can look. It is also setting up for a move here. We had that big move previously that the PIQL algorithm alerted us to off these lows. But really, this was just a retest. And so I don't think the downward pressure is probably fully over, as we can see here from the charts, because these upside moves are pretty compressed. And we generally like to see more volatility when we're trading. So we haven't been trading crypto as much just because TradFi has been crushing it, but all the markets similarly correlated, as we can see. So total, where do we think it's going? Same thing, probably crushed volatility, but you can see we're oversold, overbought, as you can see, and generally we have a market reaction to these levels, and we move back to the downside. So I think we're there, and likely I'm going to be looking for further downside pressure as we watch and go further into the week. Next, we have Bitcoin, and you can see here that big move that was brought up just like total market, and the PIQL algorithm identified that. Not a huge move, but enough to show us that this is probably, that was likely an area where we were not going to break through, and we need to go a bit lower. So that's kind of just what we're watching now. We'll look as we break this range below, and the PIQL algorithm is showing that we still need to go further down in the cycle, so that's what we think there. Next, we have Ethereum, and you'll see same thing. We got that big move in Ethereum, and not a big move. We got a move in Ethereum, but it once again is becoming the canary in the coal mine. If you look at this chart, you'll go ahead and see that it is turning up before the rest of the market. And the past 6 months or so, Ethereum has been leading a lot of the rallies. So we see here that the algorithm is pointing to an up. So same thing, we're going to watch as we break through this structure here. We're going to be watching. So what's the move here? Not much, we don't know. We're just going to be watching though, and yeah, that's about it. So I hope that was helpful. 10%, 9 markets, 4 days. You can do it too. Just follow the signals. We'll see you in the next one.